Oh my God. Okay, I think we're making it happen, people. We're making it happen. Looks like I have about 7 people, which is like, oh. We have a full class, which is amazing. So I'm super excited to be here. Like, I've kind of lost my mind today, but that's actually not new. So I'm for those of you who don't know me, I'll pretend that that's like new and I have it all together and I'm like super, professional like all the time. But listen, you can still learn from a crazy person. Okay. Oh, good. I'm so glad to see some friendly faces, and I'm hoping that we can actually like talk tonight. And actually, this is kind of an upper division class. So I'm really excited to really jump into like the next level of learning. So, so super excited. So let me see who's got in here. Okay, let's do this. Okay, first of all, if you guys come into the meeting, I did enable the waiting room, so most of you are in there. If you come in a little bit late, you're still in a waiting room. So I have like the little sidebar open and it's reminding me like when people pop in. So like if I have to like be distracted for a second and go over there and turn that on or whatever, I'm going to be doing that. So 9 people. It looks like I have, who do I have? I have Alyssa Shims here. Great to see you. This class is going to be so easy for a lot of people. Angela Toyos. I haven't met you. I'm really excited to do that and meet you. I'm kind of taking roll a little bit, but it's not one of those situations where I have to take roll, right? I just need to know who's here. And even if people don't make this meeting, I can still, like, let's double check I'm recording. I can still, yeah, I'm recording. I can share the meeting if you request it from me. So if somebody says like tomorrow, oh my gosh, I missed the meeting. And this is a random time. Our class is online. It doesn't really ever meet. But I've picked Tuesday because I kind of carved out this time. I picked Tuesday for you guys. And I will be, whether or not we meet or not, we might not. I'm kind of keeping it open. I'm going to be sitting here doing the work for this at this time, in addition to office hours. So this is kind of like my protected time for you guys. Angela, okay, Destiny, I'm so glad you made it. For anybody who's having like tweaky little weird Canvas stuff, Canvas got weird. Like, it's gotten okay, like I feel like glitches happen, but there's like this whole new level of glitches, and I'm like, are you trying to outdo yourself, Canvas? Because you're doing it. And the moon's not full, so can't blame that. Jackie, Hector, Kristen, good to sort of see you. Shona, Caesar, haven't met you, but welcome to 120A. Tayana, Hips, I had a couple people add. And Yasmin Garcia, this is really excited. I'm actually going to unmute everybody right now because I can do that. And I don't require a video. Like when we meet, right now I'm not seeing anybody. Let's see if I can get a gallery view. Yes, now I can see some pictures and some names. I don't require a video. I know some professors are really hard and fast about requiring a video. I look at it like, if you want to protect your space, you don't need to have a video. Like, I've had students taking my class because they're living in their car. So like, I'm very aware of that. And so I'm not gonna be like, you have to be on a video. However, if I end the class and you're like still there, like your little name or your picture still there, you probably walked away. Okay, so somewhere in the middle is you guys. And if I ask a question, just jump on it. Or if you need to ask a question, just jump on it. So how's everybody doing?
Great.
Destiny's going to speak for the group. She's like, me, I'm great. I'm doing great. Me.
Good.
Who has questions so far?
Oh, I had a question.
Shona?
Yes, Shauna.
Shauna, good.
Like Shauna, like Donna. It's okay.
Oh, beautiful, thank you. Always correct me. I'm making a note. I'm making a note.
It's okay. So I'm going through the work and everything's laid out really well. Thank you.
You're welcome. I worked all summer doing that.
All right, you did good. I did have just wanted to make sure I'm on the right page. The scavenger hunt I saw only had 11 questions, but then on one of the other syllabus, I think the syllabus, it said it should have 25. So
okay, so I take it back. It's 11 questions, but I think it's 25 points.
Got it. Okay.
Because one of them is like matching, And so there's like 9 questions in that one question, and I did put it as 9 points. It's
Okay,
something like
perfect.
that. It's something like
Okay,
that.
okay. I just want to make sure I got the
But
right
it's
part.
25 total points. I just did different types of questions in a
Got it.
way, obviously for the scavenger hunt piece, but also to get you primed and ready for taking a quiz in this class.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. So again, just like spoiler alert, first week stuff, you have 3 things due on Sunday, and it has nothing to do with the book. Because I know some people don't have the book. So again, this is just a prep week. If hold on one sec. If you've taken a class from me before and you've done a prep week, it's similar, but I kind of like stepped it up a little bit and made it a little bit easier and a little bit better. So yes, question.
What is our book? What book is it?
Okay, so it wasn't listed on the class?
No, it just shows as that it hasn't been chosen yet. So I haven't been able to get it.
That's my official statement. Okay. I chose the book. In fact, I'm using the book that was used prior, so this is not like rocket science. But I have it in the syllabus, and I'll share it with you. It's Caring for School-Age Children. It's actually super small, and we only go through chapters 1 through 7.
Okay.
But get the book because this also is the same book for 120B. So the first half is 128, and the second half is 128. I'm telling you right now, like this class is like, I want to say it's going to be easier in a way, but it's going to be more in depth, right? Where I feel like if you took 107 with me, it was like this monster breadth and sort of deep, you know, about a humanoid growing up and developing, right? This one's taking like 1 unit out of chapter 7, out of 107, and just going deep. It's going like, whoa, like that. So I'm really, really excited about it. We're going to be doing, I have some of the similar formats that I've used, but we're also going to be doing a project-based learning for this entire semester. We're basically going to be working as a class, not a group, but the entire class, working on one project. Yeah, pretty excited about that. So here's the thing. It all has to do with us working together. I can carve out times where we can actually meet together. We'll split the work, we'll come up with it. It's really going to be you guys coming up with it, and I'm going to help you do it. Versus, this is the stuff we have to do, blah, 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 blah. No, I'm done with that. Especially this online learning environment, if we are going to be not face-to-face and we're going to be doing it virtually, I want to give you guys the autonomy, but at the same time, make the learning unique to your needs. Now, if you've taken a class from me before, I'm very specific about if your brain needs it this way, then do it that way. If you do outlines this way, then do it that way. But this, I'm really putting some more onus on you guys to figure out, like, what exactly do I want to learn? Because yes, we have 7 chapters, not a lot. It's like 1 chapter for 2 weeks. Yeah, right? So I'm expecting a deep dive. In fact, I set that up in the course. And so we'll talk more about that. So I'm really, really excited. This class, historically, I'm going to give you a little bit of a behind the curtains history of this class. This class is kind of a crossover because so some of you are education majors, right? Some of you want to be teachers. Some of you want to be preschool teachers. Some people don't know what they want to do, but they just kind of want to work with kids, right? This class has kind of been in between child development and education. And if I haven't explained this maybe clearly, I think I've told some of you that at Santa Ana College, education and child development are together. It's called CDEV, Child Development Education Studies Department. At SEC, they're 2 separate things. We're on the opposite side of the campus. Like the teacher counselors say that child development is lame, and then like child development people are saying, well, you need child development to be a good teacher. Guess what? Those things are going to come together in probably the next 5 years. And I'm going to be the chair of the department. So in my world that I control everything, kidding, things will be better. And this is kind of one of those like in between classes. So historically, it hasn't had a good history of filling. This is my 3rd year at SEC, and this is the first time that this class has filled. And what is that? 16 semesters. So there's a weird thing where like like at the high school, we teach this class. And so the high school students have to take it as a cohort with their articulation or whatever. But here at the campus, there's been kind of this like, well, we don't want to teach it and we don't want to teach it. It's your class and it's your class. And I'm like, you know what? It's my class now. No more fighting over it. No more putting that on somebody else's to-do list. It's my class and it's gonna rock. Any questions about that? Anyone? Because you know what? I've told pretty much everybody who's taken me before, my job is to scare you off or fire you up, hoping it's the fire up part. But if you're scared off, that's cool. And if for whatever reason you have to drop the class or take it again, I'll be here. I have no problems. I'll be here. Come take it when you can take it. Yeah. So I'm really, really excited to make this amazing class. I'm trying really, really hard. So for me, it's going to be less is more, right? Less is more. That's my theme for this class. If you know a lot about this unique window in child development, you are kind of headed towards expert status. And the school age kid is not as simple as some people think. Oh, it's just a kid, you know. And when we say school age, we typically mean between 5 and 8, preschool and kindergarten. And now, when I say 8, 8s usually can go up to 1st or 2nd grade, but there are situations where kids might be delayed, right? Or maybe they are in 1st and 2nd grade, but they're still socially, emotionally delayed. So maybe their academics are keeping up, but the other parts aren't. So we kind of like widen the scope to encompass more kids. So you'll hear the term school aged, and just because you pass 8 years old doesn't mean you're no longer in school, and vice versa. If you also are 8 years old and you're like, sorry, the monkey's back here. Peyton, please don't come in. No, not on the first day. No, you may not. I heard you. I love you. No, go away. Please fix your room and then we'll snuggle it out at 9. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Oh man, that kid, he had a moment today. Like that 13-year-old, like threatening me, throwing stuff, like the whole full on thing. And I was like, dude, listen, I know you're trying to flex your 13-year-old muscles, but it's just not going to happen. Anyways, for those of you who haven't met him, he has 2 pretty significant disabilities. So when I say 13, think more like 8, social, emotional. But, you know, handsome kid, he's growing. He's got the zits to prove it. And yeah, he's in the throes of puberty, and we are probably going to do a med change in the next month or 2. Ooh, but so in a way, he's at the tail end of school age, even though he's chronologically older. Got a lot of great stories, So let's see. Ashley. Yay, Ashley's here. Okay, good. So we're just getting started. Tonight we're going to go over, I think this is about as many people as we're going to get. We have about, hold on. Look at, I rescued my favorite clipboard. I went back to campus and got it. Yay. I was like, I need my clipboard. And look what I rescued that almost died. The plant from behind my desk. I know, it was like, I put it by the window when they kind of like, you know, told us to leave. And I tried and like overwatered it or whatever. But then when I went back, like, what was it, like middle of July? It was like, you know, and I thought, oh, let me just take it home. And it's like perfect. It's super happy. So yeah, I'm trying to replicate my crazy classroom. U99 kind of looks like this a little bit. Trying to replicate the crazy classroom in my home. And, you know, it's a weird reality where we have to kind of like crisscross and you get to see like a sneak peek of everybody else's like business. And I don't mind the backgrounds, but it's not reality. Plus my computer's too old to manage a background. So deal. Deal. Okay, so we're going to go over the syllabus and like first week stuff. And again, if for those of you who poked around the Canvas course shell, I only really show you week 1. We're just going to keep it simple. I keep it real small. And then like Monday morning, I'll open weeks 2 and 3, which is really chapter 1. We're going to do it like 2 weeks at a time. It's easy. Oh, maybe I'll do the first unit. I don't know. I'll think about it. First unit is 3 whole chapters. And by the way, that's like 6 weeks of work. So it's like no big deal. Like we're going to handle it. And again, the goal in this class is deep dive, right? And not just be like, we need to learn as much as we possibly can about 107 and all their, everything. We're taking a deeper approach on a smaller section of development. So I'm really, really excited about it. So any questions so far? Jump in at any time. Okay. I'm using the preferred name list from the Web Advisor, which is going away. You guys do know that, right? So for any class that you want to add, you don't get an ad code anymore. You have to email us, send us your student ID, and then we add you through self-service, right? Okay, so one more person. Let's put here. Yasmin, welcome, welcome. We're just getting started. I'm just gonna kind of take roll and then we're gonna jump into the syllabus. Cool, yay. So any questions so far? Cool, all right, good. I'm using the preferred name. If you have something else you want me to call you, let me know, okay? Elena, and again, this is like totally optional. Nobody has to be here, but I know a lot of people like to see it live. And I am recording this. Anytime we do meet, I will record it, but here's the deal on recording. Two things to keep in mind. Number one, there's different Zooms. So even before this meeting, I set everything up on my, I had it on there and I don't have it anymore. I set it up on my Google Calendar, which you can. There's a plugin for Zoom where I can set a meeting and hit Zoom and it starts a meeting. However, it said you must sign in to start your meeting. So yeah, it wouldn't let me do that. So I was like, Grr. So the problem is I want to set everything up like ahead of time and give you guys a heads up. But I ended up having to make a new meeting so that you guys would have been stuck in the old meeting. So I just started a brand new meeting, put it on the clipboard, threw it over in announcements, and it was ready to go, right? So point one, Zoom is like, it was overloaded, it was slow, it was crazy tape. Even I was getting notices from OCC too. Number two, with recorded lectures, the only way that I can post them for general viewing is if they are closed captioned. That means they have to be in compliance with Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990. I'm very serious about accommodations and modifications and inclusion for every single person. Now, it would take 3 weeks for a professional to transcribe everything that I'm saying. So chances are I'm not going to post them because that's illegal. I don't want to do that. So any professor who's posting them, if they're not closed captioned, I mean, they don't have to be perfectly closed captioned. They could be pretty rough, but then that's not helpful because I do talk fast and I do talk a lot. So here's the deal. If we do meet and you're not able to meet, I can send you the recording. It is a one big old file, but I cannot post it. Do you see the difference? That was one thing that I found out too, is that even in Canvas, we have, I think we're back on the, we're like backwards, yeah. On Canvas, on the global navigation panel or in the course navigation panel, your teacher might have the ConferZoom tab up. Inside of ConferZoom, I can schedule meetings and those like go off beautifully, but those do not record at all. So I would rather have a recording that I can send you versus one that I can't send you. So Zoom is funky, so be flexible. Hi, Kylie.
Hi.
We're just getting started. I'm just kind of taking roll and I'm like rambling, so you didn't miss it.
Sorry I'm late. I thought it was on Thursday.
No, I know. And there was a weird thing where like Canvas sent out you guys messages for my other class. I was like,
it said it was on Thursday. I was so confused, and I was just going on a walk with my mom, and I got the email, and I was like, no.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying that I can record this and send this. So if there's people who missed, or there's like a good couple people who aren't here, they can say like, oh my gosh, I thought it was Thursday because, you know, the announcement was, it said 2:05. That's my Thursday night class. I missed the meeting for, you know, Tuesday. I can send them the recording. I just can't post it. So it's a little fun.
I'm just happy I was able to get in.
No, it's great. And even if, let's say you missed it for whatever reason, just email me and say, hey, can I have a copy of the recording?
Okay, thank you.
And I'll just send it. I just can't post it without it being closed captioned.
Thank you.
Which is kind of a pain. Okay, so Elena Barrera, and again, you don't have to be here, but I'm just kind of putting it on the recording. Isabel Buen Rostro. I'm looking over on the side. Shauna's here. Yay. Hannah Darrow. It's okay. Marzia Ibrahimi Busani. I'm killing it, man. Terrible. Brianna Flores. Nope. Okay. Yasmin Garcia. Yay. And again, Kylie, you don't have to have your video. I'm open with it, video or picture, either way. It's cool. I let people choose their, yeah. I know you're like, I'm the only one. So Yasmin's here, Kylie's here, Gemma Gonzalez. I think it's Gemma. Amy Hansen, Tayana Hips, Jackie Huerta.
I'm here.
Hi, good to see you. Another one of the gluttons for punishment. She's like, oh, you teach a new class, I'll take it. So it's going to be similar, but it's going to be different.
Okay.
Cool,
So
cool.
good.
Yay, good to see you.
Seeing you.
Samantha Knudsen. No, she's probably going to be so upset that she's not here. Destiny's here. Yeah, did you get kicked out and you're back in?
Oh, I was switching from my phone to my computer.
No big deal. However you want.
Am I able to do that too? I'm gonna try getting on my
You
computer.
can. So just shut out of the phone, go back through your computer, open up Canvas, go to the announcement, click it. It doesn't matter.
Okay, thank
And
you.
then if you guys want to change your name, because I know every once in a while, like maybe the computer's like your brothers or sisters or whatever. I think on your name, you can click it once and then like it says like rename or something. Right? Something like that. So you guys get comfortable with that stuff. Play around with it. Kristen, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I was happy to see you on the list. I was like, oh, I've seen you in a couple of semesters. So good. This will be fun. This will be fun. Kathleen Matthews. Christina Mercado. Sounds kind of familiar. I don't know. Nicole Monroe. Elizabeth Peralta. Jennifer Posadas. Jocelyn. Hi, Jocelyn. Oh, okay, yeah, so Kylie's back in. Yay! Kylie's doppelganger, called Kylie, is back in. Let's see, Leslie Rosas. Ruby Saldierna. Ruby Saldierna. Let's make sure I'm saying it right. Okay. That was another thing, like 2 weeks ago, I had a Note 5. They're coming out with a Note 20. Like, and my Note 5 finally bit it, and I was like, I do not have time in my brain to learn a new phone. And it's not that different, but the technology is so crazy, like I can't even keep up with the weird things that it's doing. I'm just like, I just need a damn phone. And now I'm sounding like my mom, which is great. Ruby Saldierna, no? Alyssa's here, yay! How was your summer, Alyssa?
Good, thank you. How was yours?
It was this. I did a lot of this and some gardening. So I do have a cough. You guys noticed that. Obviously, I'm not contagious. I have allergies. You know, give me more fans and give me backyard duties, and I have more allergies. And we're not going to freak out about it. Okay. Jocelyn Torres. Jocelyn. Angela Toyos.
Hi.
Yay, I see Angela. How's it going?
Pretty good. Nice to meet you all.
Likewise. Welcome to the class / home office, like classroom.
I like it.
Just for edification, this cabinet back here that has like the little whiteboard in front of it and the little bubble, that is not mine.
Hey.
Hi. This whole cabinet is all my husband's, and it's all Disney stuff. I'm like, yeah, you can have one cabinet in here. One. So you figure like, oh, just Disney fan. Sure. Twee Tran. Yes? No? Maybe so? Maybe not. Maybe next time. Rachel Wallace. Rachel. Ashley, I saw that you jumped in. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
Good. It's going crazy. I know that a lot of people tend to be really introverted, and I think the online medium allows for a lot of that. But I am really hoping that we work together, even if we're nice and quiet, we can still really work together as a class.
Woo!
Yeah, I know. So it's really exciting that we are going to do one big project over the entire course of the semester. Should I tell you what it is right now?
Yes.
I'm going to plant the seed. It's answering one question. How would you, or how could you, construct the ideal environment for the school-aged child? That's it. And I want you guys, I want you guys to run wild with it. Like if you had money was no object, how would you construct an environment? And we'll talk all about that. What does construct mean? What does environment mean? What does a child actually need?
Should we write that down?
You know what? We'll talk about it. I'm just planting the seed down. I will talk about it. In fact, maybe I'll even host another class that just says, hey, let's just talk about the project.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. I just want to plant the seed right now. Would you just start thinking about it, dreaming about it? If you were between the ages of 5 and 8, what was your favorite year that age? Was like 6. I still remember my first grade teacher, by the way, when I was like 6. And what would you have wanted in your environment? Yeah, and we're going to go full scope on this one. We're going to go nuts. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, and we'll talk about wants versus needs. We'll talk about not just what the child wants and needs, but who is in that environment and what that person would want or need to be the right person for that environment. So we're talking about teacher support. We're talking about tech, if there's tech involved. We're talking about community support. How much do you want the parents to be involved? That kind of stuff. Because even in the middle of all this COVID business, and yes, preschools are struggling, but I tell you what, there's been preschools opening, brand new ones. Home care, daycares, then the Environment or Nature Center, the ENC in Costa Mesa opened a brand new preschool in the middle of all this. So seriously, there's a lot that can be done. And by the way, if you plan for the storm, then it will be much easier when the storm passes, right? Yeah, so I'm really, really excited. It's called project-based learning, and I'm planting the seed, and you guys are gonna run with it. Really excited. Well, we have some other stuff to do, so we'll get through that. Okay, so again, don't have to be here for this. I know there was some confusion, but we will go over the syllabus. Now, in Canvas, I did make an old school syllabus. You do not need to print it out. You do not need to do anything crazy about it, but this is just like my old lady ways of doing stuff. But it's in Canvas. Let me bring that up for you guys. Any questions so far? I know you guys are gonna have questions, so jump in, okay? So what I'll do is let me share the screen, and I'm gonna show you Canvas. And again, just for this first week, all you can see is the first week of module stuff. Excuse me. And so again, every class is different, every teacher is different, every syllabus is different, every expectation is different. Getting your feet under you, getting scheduled out, doing the first week activities, and I have it kind of organized it a little bit different. It takes a week just to kind of get into the groove, right? Then we're gonna do like chapter 1. Okay, so right now this is everything on like the professor side. You can see all my business here, but I'm going to kind of put it on the student view because it kind of takes away some stuff, so it's not so overwhelming, and it shows me what you see. So I know I'm going a little bit slow. The image is a little bit weird. Now, if there's weird typos or there's another thing where it crosses and it says 205 or 110 and that's not this class, tell me. I have my to-do list. Look at this, my bullet journal, boom, 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 to-do list. About half of them are done every single day, right? Just check them off. And if I don't get it done, I move to the next day, do the check off. So I'm getting, like I told you, I spent the summer doing this, like getting organized, taking classes, going to like conferences online, learning about Canvas, I even gave my first professional development training I've never done it. I opened it up to the whole campus for all the teachers to talk about trauma and trauma-based learning and trauma-based teaching, meaning we're not teaching trauma. We're not, learning about trauma. We're learning about what trauma does to our brain. So I was able to teach the teachers this semester, before the semester started. And we got a pretty decent turnout. So I'm stepping, like a third year, I'm really kind of stepping into the next level. So I'm really excited. So if there's any weirdness, typos, something didn't work, it doesn't look right, it doesn't load right, on the quiz, like the answer should be C, but I really marked it as B, let me know. I will fix it. I want it to be awesome. I strive for ideal, not perfection. So things get a little loose around the corners, and I'm okay with that, because you got to be able to pick your battles in life. That's a life lesson. Yeah, pick your battles. So I learned how to make these cool little buttons. This one here is not the only button. She's not the only one who can make buttons. I can make buttons with hyperlinks. And so I made this little journey button to start here. This, when you click it, it's going to take you straight to the module, the first week module. Now you can also go straight to the modules. Here's another thing I learned. Watch this. Oh, I got a red light on my mouse pointer. Mean. It's the little things. It's the little things in life. Okay. Peyton, there are clocks in the house besides the one in here. He's trying every technique. Maybe like right before the class ends, I'll let him come in. The dog's out there too, kind of knocking on the door. Like, both of you, leave me alone. I'm working. So anyways, here's my fun little pointer. So again, this is all you really need to see for the first week. And then modules will get bigger once you click that, because that's where all like your chapter stuff goes. Discussions will be there. All the assignments will be there. Quizzes, obviously, and grades. And so this is all you really need for this week. I will put more creative stuff. And if you noticed way over here, we have this thing called Studio. If it's in the navigation bar for the whole campus, so if I went back, if I got out of this class and I went to the place where you could see all your classes, that was called Global Navigation. This one is called Course Navigation. But this Studio piece was bought by the district for you and I to be able to make videos better, faster, quicker. So please, 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 I didn't put this as like a to-do, but click on it, play with it, mess with it this week. It's supposed to make life easier, okay? And when somebody says that, I'm gonna hold them to it. Fair? Cool. So let's go ahead and click on the button, the Start Here button. It should take us all the way right to the modules. But just as a reminder, the announcements are like an email. Once I send it, it goes to your email. Now, if you haven't got any emails from me, then you need to double check, because that is how you stay connected to this class. Cool. So I learned how to make these little headers and whatnot too. Super fun. Why not? And this I just put into place because I know that some people come to these classes like, oh, I've been using Canvas for like 7 years and blah, blah, blah. Or some people are like, I don't even know what Canvas is. And so somewhere in the middle, there's these different levels of people who know. But I just wanted to give you guys some little heads up here. There's these links for giving you Canvas video guides. I know most of us are visual, and so we like to see videos. And they're quick, Vimeo, click, clean, sometimes a little boring, but they're clean, they're there. We also have, I'm really kind of asking if you're brand new to do a little bit of training on your own. That's another reason why I give the first week a little optional, like buffer. If you've taken Canvas a few times, but you have a love-hate relationship with it, start to hone your skills a little bit, right? And then if you're like super awesome, I'm gonna ask you to take a leadership role. Yeah. And then teach other people how to do it too. It's only fair, yeah? If you guys wanna be teachers, let's start kind of like, trying to do that now. Why not? I am telling you, I have helped so many of my friends who were, you guys heard all the high school horror stories last semester. The teachers just like, gave packets and then they checked in once a week and nobody learned anything. Well, guess what? None of those teachers were like working their butts off over summer to learn this stuff. And so now everybody's still behind and trying to learn Zoom. And I've fielded so many questions from so many of my friends who are teachers that are not college professors. how do you zoom? How do you make it bigger? How do you make this, do this? I'm like, we're all kind of in this funky boat, but I'm not going to be like, well, girl, you should have been learning it. Like, I'm like, okay, well, now you're ready to learn it, right? So if that's you, please help other people is what I'm trying to say. If you need help, ask for help. And with that, as you scroll down, this is just go to next down here at the bottom, and then it takes you to the next page. And that's it. So you'll see as like a to-do list that you have to read all these things. It'll say to do, but it's not an assignment. It's just read it. Yeah. The next one is get your tech ready. Now, these are just some suggestions for your notification settings. If you've set your notification settings to get every notification, you will get every notification. So if I move a due date, as I'm shifting things around, if I move a quiz from like, if it's like on a Tuesday and I need to move it to Friday, you're going to get a notification. So be aware that some notifications are a little too much and some are not enough. So somewhere in the middle is great. Notifications. This also talks about adding your profile picture. If you do not have your profile picture in Canvas, which I do, right, just in this view, you can't see it, make sure that you have a profile picture in there. And don't give me like the one from Cabo that's like way back here from like 11 years ago with your dog. Like, give me the one that's like your face so we can tell it's you, okay? Next is the mobile app. Like sometimes Canvas like is not my computer. I told you my computer's kind of old, and I have a really new, nice laptop, but it's almost like too new. It's kind of prissy, and that's giving me a what for. So I put it on my phone, and I do have the Canvas teacher app. I can grade on my phone, everything. It's beautiful. Last one is I put Pronto chat feature. Now, Pronto may come, Pronto may go. I'm not 100% sure, but Pronto is kind of like, it was great last semester because if like the computer wasn't working, I could kind of like Pronto, I could actually run a meeting in Pronto. It's almost like WhatsApp, but for Canvas. And then there was also an app for that too, so I could have that on my phone and be like texting people on Pronto, like if my link wasn't working, I could like blah, 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 whatever. Sometimes Canvas freezes and I'd be like on my phone, blah, blah, whatever. It's like double-fisted teaching. So again, when you get to the bottom, just hit next, and this is how you know. This is a cool thing I just added. 1.3. SEC knows that we have tech support, like 24/7, like tech support from, if you look over here under help, it'll pop up, it'll say, call this number, right? But what people are not doing is calling that because they're like, oh, I don't want to talk to somebody else. But guess what? Now we have tech help that's peer-to-peer. So actual SEC students actually helping you with your actual tech, right? Sometimes you don't want to talk to somebody who's like super extra, like far away and super extra knowledgeable, but not super extra friendly. Talk to somebody who's been there. Talk to somebody who is here, right? So you have a live chat web link and you also have an email. I put it down here too. Okay, so please utilize the resources. We actually pay for those things through your fees. Yeah, so utilize them. Oh, speaking of that, the health center is open, and so is the library. So we are on phase 1 of like reintegration, but let's go slow and mindful, and we'll be able to do it correct instead of like pulling it all back and crazy. Okay. So at the end of this, just go to the bottom and press next. Pressing next again is just like, hey, I read it. Now, this module doesn't go away. It doesn't disappear. So if you need this information, I'll be there all semester. I may move it just to the bottom, but you know, we only have like 7 modules, so I think we'll be okay. This next piece, it's going to take a little minute. So this is just me. This is like the policies and procedures. I mean, I'm sorry, the greetings and welcome. This is kind of like an email, but I wanted to let you know that this kind of gives you what we're doing for the week. So by Wednesday, I want you to do your discussion board. That's what I always do. That's not a due date. That is a nudge. Like, please get your first post in by Wednesday so we have the rest of the week to reply. Okay, some of you already did it. It's cool. Then also, I put 2 other peers by Sunday reply. I'm going to push you guys for a small, deep class to do like 5. Now, again, I'm not forcing you, but I could. And I don't like to do that, but I could, right? So, but that first discussion board is worth 30 points, which is like an assignment. It's amazing. I also did put a scavenger hunt together, super fun, that makes you kind of go through the syllabus and all these little policy pages to figure out different things, okay? That's 25 points. That's an assignment right there. So at the end of the week, you could have 55 points, which is like the exam plus extra credit on the exam. Yeah, we're starting off everybody on a great foot, yeah? And then I did a survey, but the survey is ungraded. So please do it. It's more like a checklist. Did you get your book? Did you do your discussion board? Did you watch this? Did you read this? That kind of stuff. So that just kind of gives you an update. And again, this will click you back to the module, which we're already in. So let's go through that and let's go and hit next again. And then this is just a little thing about me. Like I mentioned already tonight that this is my 3rd year, my tenure track faculty. I really, really love it here. I'm like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for child development. Didn't know I'd come to it as a child development person. I have a social work background. And so it's kind of, I took the long road to get to my grown-up job, I guess is what I'm saying. I did add my teaching philosophy here, is that this last part I want to read to you is I really truly try to construct an environment instead of learning how to instruct materials at you. I want you to look at, hey, if I'm going to college during COVID, think about it. Like in your future, like 10 or 20 years from now, people are like, oh, that's cool, you got a degree. Or you went to college, that's cool, I wish I went to college, right? And you're gonna be like, dude, I went to college during COVID. That's like extra boot camp, right? And if you're going to do this, then do it right? So I don't want to just shoot down the barrel and just like blah information at you, which I pretty much am already doing. But this means that utilize your way of learning and go out and attach the learning that you want in addition to what we're doing. And I'll show you how we do that. I've set it up to be a little bit methodical, like I have kind of like a little bit of a pattern, but I've kind of added that depth to it. Cool? Any questions so far? Jump in. You don't have to raise your hand. You can put it in the chat. You can just unmute yourself and go. Nope. Okay. So this one, 2.3, is kind of a big one. I could have broken it up into a couple of different ones. I could have made tabs, but I just made one massive bleh thing. Okay. The information is necessary. I have to put a lot of it there. I want to apologize for that, but it is long. Okay. So I did the same thing that's on the syllabus. I put campus policies, like the Title IX is on here, academic accommodations, that's Americans with Disabilities Act. The basic needs statements here at SEC, we do have a food pantry and we've been doing it all summer, which is great. So utilize the resources that we have. And again, you'll probably get the emails from Giovanni. This class has to do, we'll talk more about specifically what's in this class, but about all my classes, I have like basic policies, like don't cheat. There's that right there. But I set this class up to where you don't have to cheat, like all my classes. I want you to learn the material and then apply it. And that way you don't have to cheat, right? I oftentimes ask your opinion. How does this apply to you? How does this apply to, we're gonna create children in, like we're going to create little like avatars of children this semester in our environment, right? And so how would this, what you've learned, apply to this particular child avatar? Yeah. And so you cannot go out and find that on the internet. So don't even try, just stop it. I'm also on the student conduct committee and the SEC care team, which conduct committee is for students who are cheating, and the care team is for the students who may need additional support, but they're outside of the traditional scope of maybe health services or DSPS. Sometimes there's a crisscross. And with my background, right? It's, yeah, I actually did a 5150 at Santa Ana College while I was working for the Orange County Healthcare Agency. I actually did that at Santa Ana College during finals week one semester. So kind of weird that I ended up teaching there. But again, if there's things going on in your world, talk to me, right? And we'll figure things out. If I don't have the answer, because I am your professor, not your therapist, I can help point you in the right direction. Cool? Again, communicating and professionalism is, again, this is not an Insta post or an Insta story. Please don't give me emojis or lowercase i's. Like, we can do this. This is a collegiate class. Even though it says 120A, it doesn't sound upper division. Yeah, it is. Okay. Course questions, ask me anything, anytime, put it in Canvas please, for the love of Pete. Put it in Canvas so it actually holds it in Canvas. I log on to Canvas first in the morning. I hit that in the morning before my morning classes. And then I check my email, maybe around lunchtime actually. But once you email me in Canvas, it goes to Canvas and my email. Good. So I'll clear out my Canvas inbox and then I'll go over to my email and be like, oh, I already talked to Ashley. Oh, I already talked to Kylie. Or I already talked to Shauna. So get rid of those. That kind of situation. But Canvas will go in 2 places, but emails goes in 1. I spend more time in Canvas, so email me there. I don't have office hours, but I'm calling them open hours, Monday through Friday, 1:30 to 2:30. And so I sit here and I honestly, that 1 hour yesterday, 1 hour today was just emails. It's like, oh my God. But that's what it takes to do this show. Again, I protect the time on Tuesday nights for you guys. You might see announcements for me. You might see new things posted for me Tuesday nights. This is my focus on it. Because if I start just sitting down to work, my to-do list gets all over the place. I want to be like, this is my protected time for you guys. I won't leave it alone. If something needs my attention, I will attend to it. But email me in Canvas inbox. Let's see. I want everybody, I put this new face-to-face requirement with the professor. I want to talk to everybody in some sort of interface twice a semester. I don't care if it's on the phone, Zoom, WhatsApp, Pronto, Facebook, I don't care, right? I want to check in with you. Usually around week 5, I really kind of open up the Pandora's box and see like, hey, how's it going? That kind of situation. But yeah, once during the first half of the semester, once during the second half of the semester, but just keep in contact. It's a smaller class. We'll be a little bit more intense in this class, so please stay in contact. If I haven't heard from you in like maybe like a week and a half or maybe 2 weeks, I'll be like, hey, what's up? Right? I don't call people on the phone. If you want to talk on the phone, we can do that. But I'm not that professor where I'll pick up the phone unless like you've dropped off the planet and it's time for me to drop. Sometimes I will do that. Good. Okay, so for when we meet with Zoom, I kind of mentioned these policies already. You don't have to have your video up. I'm cool with that. But like if I end class and your name is still up there, that means you walked away. That's not cool either, right? Be aware of your background. You know, you kind of, like if you have a lot of distractions in the back, I know I have something like flapping over here. But sometimes you'll have like family members and dogs, and I had somebody trying to drive and take my class that semester. I was like, yeah, just be upright, be clothed, you can eat, but just don't be like pounding a whole pizza on video, because then I'll just get hungry. So again, this is classes online. We don't have to meet, but that's weird for me. So I probably will meet a couple times during the semester. I'll try not just to stick to Tuesday nights, but again, I can record this and then share it with you. Again, dropping the class, there's different times to drop the class. Excuse me. I have in the traditional syllabus, I put a place on there. You see this in my regular classes, I always do the drop dates. And so let me, just so you guys can write it down now, I won't make you guys search for it because I do that in my other classes. The drop dates, write this down. The last day to drop this class with a full refund. Like if you look at the syllabus and you're like, that's crazy talk and that lady is off her nut, I'm dropping the class, right? Do so, but you have until September 6th, which is like Sunday, not this Sunday, but the next Sunday. So it's like the first end of week 2. You get your money back, okay? So do that. Don't, yeah. Otherwise, you get a W, or you lose your. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. So 9/6 is the last day to drop with refund. Heads up, 9/7 is a holiday. We'll talk about that. It's Labor Day. I will not labor on Labor Day. On the 25th, on September 25th, that is your last day to file pass no pass. If you are going to transfer, some institutions will accept that, some institutions will not. So just talk with your counselor first. I do have those resources in there as well. The next drop date with a W is not until November 15th, that's like week 12 or something. That's really towards the end of the semester. You won't get your money back, but you get a W, take the class over. It's all good. And the last holiday we have is Veterans Day. So that's weird. It's a Wednesday. We're in the middle of the week, and it's on 11/11. So keep that in mind. Okay. Weekly workflow. This tells you what we do here. I don't have to pick for you, but I'm just trying to tell you. On Monday, I open the module, typically. I put for you guys to do your outline at 8 p.m. on a Tuesday, but I've also changed my late policy. So for those of you who had me last semester, we transitioned. I basically threw my late policy out the window, which I've kind of done that in a way, but I've adapted it. So let me scroll down in a sec. So Wednesday is the first activity the discussion board is due. It's not a due date, just get it in there. So then we have time. I usually have the discussion board due on Fridays. I pushed it back to Sunday so we have more time to talk. This way, I want you to respond to like 5 people. I want you guys to really get to know each other, okay? Quiz is on Friday, big deal. And again, as we talk about the schedule in this class, it's not 1 chapter per week, it's 1 chapter per 2 weeks. Yeah. So if we're doing 1 chapter in 2 weeks, can you reply to 5 people? Yeah, easy. You have like 10 days to do it. It's easy. On Saturday is when I have an assignment due. And again, we're talking about a few small assignments and 1 big assignment that I'm breaking down. And we'll talk about that schedule in a minute. If there's no assignment due, there could be an exam, and I don't put those on the same day. So one day that there's an exam on a Saturday, the assignment is either the week before or the week after, okay? And then on Sunday, pretty much everything's due. But remember, 1 chapter takes 2 weeks. So you can get it in early. And again, when it comes to lateness, I'm gonna be really extra flexible. Holidays in there. I don't expect any work to be done on Canvas on a holiday. I will not assign anything. If anything's supposed to be due that day, I push the due date, but you're welcome to get caught up. Okay. I give you a course design. I tell you what file formats I can use, and that's because of Canvas. That's not my fault. But we'll figure it out. If there's tech issues, come on. You have to remember the computer will do what you want, not the other way around. It is not a sentient zombie yet. It doesn't take it. Even Alexa wants to take over your world. She's not doing it in my class, okay? So we're gonna make sure that we will figure out the computer glitches, and we're the master of the computer, not the other way around, okay? Here's my late policy. I'm not calling them due dates anymore. I'm calling them target dates. So if you have like a write-up due on a Sunday at 8 o'clock, but something came up, like your kid was being a freaking monster. Trust me, before this class, I walked by his room and his mattress is off the bed, like in front of the door. I was like, okay. I was like, all right. If something comes up and you need a couple of extra days to put your best work forward, take a couple of extra days. I'm not taking any points off. Target date. Now, the backslide on target dates is that if you let it go and let it go and let it go and let it go, then you're playing catch up at the end. And that sucks because December is ridiculous, right? Nobody's got extra time or extra money in December, right? So like keep up on the target dates and everything will be pretty cool. Yeah. I do round up my final grade. So if you get an 89.5, that is an A. Please do not grade group. I didn't put that in here. If somebody's like, oh my God, I have a 97%, I really need like 100. You can pass my class with like 103%, 105%. I think last semester I went up to like 107. I think it was the record. So to me, it's like, don't get all freakazoid about like 100% because I guarantee you right now, when you transfer to Chapman and your transcript says an A, they are not going to say, I'm sorry, what kind of A was it? Was it an 89.5 or was it a 99.5? Stop it right now, okay? That's what you want, get your A, just take a breath, okay? You can do it, I promise. Extra credit, yes, I can put extra credit on anything, except for a quiz. The quiz is kind of locked down, like a true or false or multiple choice locked down. But if there's an essay question on a test and it's out of 10 points, I give you 12, I give you 15, I give you 17. Some of you got those scores from me, right? So I do have extra credit opportunities to like watch a documentary, or maybe sometimes we have different documentaries that I'm going to show, or give you like the PBS is showing it, so watch it and then give me a 2-page paper. There's 5 points, big deal. Those are there for you, but give me your best foot forward and you'll probably just get extra points here and there. Yeah, it's pretty easy. So as you're reading through that, there's so much in there, but at the end, when you get to the end, you just press next. And again, this mirrors all the stuff that I have in the syllabus. It's our traditional syllabus. So the next part of the traditional syllabus, actually, I'm gonna show you this one. I have these videos here. The next part of the syllabus actually talks about the actual assignments, but what I'm gonna do is I have like 2 quick little PowerPoints I wanna show, and I'm not sure if I show these to other classes, but let me do a stop share and show you this one. Hold on. Share screen. Let's share my screen. And then, so this is just like, keep in mind, to do well in my class, there's just a couple of things to keep on. And by the way, this is kind of goes with all the professors, by the way. Some of the standards are pretty much set for the campus, but I want to make sure that we talk about it so nobody says, I didn't know. Okay. That's my favorite. I didn't know, which is code for I didn't read the email, or I didn't read the announcement, or I didn't read the syllabus. All right, stop it. Okay, so I know it's going a little bit slow. Okay, so I noticed over the years that I've been teaching that the people who do well in my classes do a few similar behaviors, right? Actually, like show up literally and figuratively. Meaning, if you're going to do this class, do it. Do it all the way. Break it off. Own it, right? When we do a face-to-face class, when people would come in and they'd be like, what? It's okay to have like an off day, but if you don't want to be there, then don't be there. Be elsewhere, right? Get your book. This book, again, it's not hard. I will share with you the information. Again, it's not super hard, but it's worth it. It's 2 classes worth. Good. Get to know your classmates, and I'm not kidding about this, because you don't know who's going to have a job, who could hook you up, right? Things are like that. You end up working with people, and this is me, when we worked in groups. Hey, get a partner. I work together. This whole class is going to be working together, including peer reviews, so nobody can slack off. Good. To participate, and this is what I expect in the online environment. If we meet face-to-face, ask a question, at least once. If we are meeting online, I can gauge your participation by how many pages you've accessed, how much time you've spent on Canvas. There's a lot of analytics I can peek in there. How long it takes you to respond to somebody's discussion board post. I can look at all of that stuff. It's crazy. And I know who's participating, and I'll put up some rubrics. So we have a new rubric tab that'll show up next week. Cool? Good. Take notes, and when I say turn in an outline, and I literally mean an outline your way. And I put in examples of mind mapping, Cornell notes, bullet lists, art projects. Like, you can take your notes however you want, but it shows me that you're paying attention. And the chapters are short. Let me see, chapter 1, how many pages? Let's see, it's chapter page 3 to, including the summary, page 3 to 15. That's 1 chapter. Can you outline that? Yeah, you can. Right, learn Canvas, please learn Canvas. It's not going away. It's better that you are the master of Canvas than Canvas mastering you. Yeah, read your book. It's not hard. You got it. It's remarkably easy. So we're going to make it meaningful. Study usually means 1 hour in. Usually every class is supposed to meet. A 3-unit class meets 3 hours a week, right? So technically, you're supposed to study 9 hours for each class if it's an online class. I would say if you put in 30 to 60 minutes in this class every day, you'd be like top of the game, 100%, 105%, an hour. Yeah, that's why I'm pushing for this deep dive for you guys. Reflect, make this about you, and it's okay, because you got to learn something other than what's in the book. I have a huge philosophy about personal development. And keep going. Like, I do write in some fail safes to where if like you're sick for a week or you have to travel or something's going on, you can take a week off and the points will still show up for you. Every time we have a low stakes like assignment, like a 5-point thing or a 10-point thing, I will drop the lowest one, give you guys a break. Life is life. I can tell you right now, a 16-week semester, kind of like around week 10, it gets a little one note, and we're gonna jazz it up. The last thing I want to show you that I will put it in there, but how about what not to do? And here's the companion piece of what not to do in my class. Can you guys see the orange thing? Somebody's got to give me an audio. Yes.
No.
No,
Can't see the orange one? Okay, cool.
no.
Let me do a new share. Is it slow? Or let me try.
I don't-
It says you're sharing, but oh,
Whoa,
There it
there it
is.
is.
what not to do, we see it.
Is it nice and big? I put it nice and orange, so it's
Yeah,
like,
it's big.
okay, cool. Yeah, I made it big on purpose. Okay, good. So this is kind of like the companion piece of the other one. You see what to do. This one is the what not to do. And it's going to take me a second to get it going there. It's kind of funny, but it's true. I've seen this stuff happen. And I've also learned not to say, I've seen it all. Because the second you say that, the universe will show you something new. Okay. And again, this is like pretty much for any class. Don't be this person who does it, because I have gotten these before. Hold on, it's going slow. All right, don't forget to listen. So I'm not against answering questions, but if I just went over it, here's me. See if I can do it right. Just went over it. So people will say like, so what's due the first week? That's cool. I will answer it like one more time, but if I get somebody asking that exact same question, I'm gonna be like, here's another one. When somebody in my class is not listening, are you not entertained? That's not crazy. This is a good one. You miss one day, you blow off class. You know, again, we're not meeting face to face, but you know what? If we do, great. But sometimes you just like, oh, she's gonna meet, but I can't, or I don't feel like it. That's cool, that's fine. But like the second you miss something, stuff happens, right? There's like 6 fights, Tupac comes back, school had a blackout, and Beyonce performed in the cafeteria. Like things happen. I'm telling you, when I was at Cal State Fullerton, there was pop-up concerts. I'm not kidding. It was like every once in a while I'd be like, oh, I don't feel like going to school today. And then like No Doubt played behind the gym. I was like, what just happened? Like, so in my class, everything will be in the announcements. There's no surprises. And then this is what used to happen every once in a while, or I'd see a video, and I don't mind multitasking, but yeah, when people are like doing like a lot of other stuff. Now, again, if you are a visual person and you just like to watch and you're like folding laundry, that's cool. I'm down. Actually moving while you're listening, that helps you learn. Here's another one. Oh, so you didn't have time to do the homework? What about the 3 hours that you spent on Instagram or like TikTok? Oh, by the way, somebody sent me a TikTok this summer. And I have the app on my phone, but I won't even open it because I know that's just going to eat my life away. Just won't even do it. Just won't even do it. Here's another one. Tell me more about how you didn't understand the homework. So you didn't like even try. Come on. We're going to make it happen. Another one. It's my favorite. Dwight Schrute is my spirit animal. All you need is motivation. False. You need fear in an approaching deadline. Part of the reason why I changed it to target dates instead of due dates. I would rather your work be quality and be a couple days late. Cool? Oh my God. Peyton hates when I do the Kim Kardashian way. Oh my God. I need to put on my makeup and then like be depressed in bed because like my life is hard. Stop it. When you've got like 15 essays and like 4 assignments, like it's like the semester where you're just like, oh my God, don't do that. Motivation is hard. I know it's hard to get out of bed and sometimes, but here's the thing, it doesn't make it life easier the longer you stay there, trust me. And here's another one. When you call on somebody in class, hey, how's it going? Like, do you have a question, Yasmin or Tiana or Shauna or whatever? Like, do you have a question? And then like crickets chirping. Oh, sorry, I was in the bathroom. Cool. Like, that's cool. When a student comes to school sick, of course, we're not doing that. Don't ever do that. And I really kind of, one of the silver linings of all this is that I think people were not aware of germs and procedures, and I'm not a germaphobe. You guys saw that I was not a germaphobe in the classroom. But people don't know the difference between a flu virus and the common cold or an allergy. And now people are starting to understand basic hygiene. Wash your damn hands. Stop touching your damn face. Use some damn sanitizer to clean your situation. So, silver lining. Even if we are green lighted to go back to class, this class will stay online, 100%. Once it starts online, it pretty much stays online. If it's an 8-week class, which I sort of volunteered to teach an 8-week class, I might advertise that for you guys. There's a 2-unit 8-week class that is starting in October, and I'll talk to you guys about that a little bit later. But I might do that one. I might do that one face-to-face on like a Thursday or Friday morning, or even a Saturday morning.
Woo!
I know. I knew Destiny would be like, I'm in. I don't care what class it is. I'm taking it. It's on behavior management and classroom management. It's a good one. Yeah, and maybe I'll bring Peyton so I can like see this is what's gonna happen in your class. You just want to like, I love my job and I love kids, but this one is under my skin. Yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, seen this one. Seen that one. Seen that one too. Not the end of the world. Again, I'm a big fan of multitasking. We had our big campus-wide meeting on Friday when it was like the chancellor and the president and everybody. He's both of you out. No. No, you maybe at the end. Don't bug me again, and it's a maybe. You have about 40 minutes. Oh my God. You see that it was like the kid and the little kid. It's like, and anyway, so we had our campus-wide meeting on Friday, and they said just take your, just mute your video, and I was like, oh, that's so amazing. I was working on syllabus and working on Canvas. I was like so productive. Great guest speaker, and I was still productive. This is another one. End of the semester. Well, can you like give me like an A and whatnot? Yeah, you have like a solid like double F in this class. Can't really round that up a little bit. I'm going through a rough patch. I've had a really rough semester. Yeah, me too. For like 4 months, or just like trust me, I had somebody pass my class who self-admitted to the hospital for self-harm twice, and he brought me a note, a doctor's note, and he still passed my class. So look, everybody's got their own stuff. If you can't hang with the class, drop it. I'm cool. I'll be here next time, right? But if you're gonna be here, be here. Another one. I don't always care about my grade, but when I do, it's the end of the semester. And even though I didn't do any of the assignments, I'll ask for extra credit. That 15 points of extra credit is not gonna save your grade. Trust me. And even when you drop the lowest and I give everybody 25 points in a column at the end of the semester, I think last semester out of all my classes, it bumped up one person, maybe two. It's helpful, but it's not clutch, right? This is my favorite one. This guy is so big. So I'm moving my stuff around so I can read it. Does not do homework, study for tests, misses classes, but claims he's not passing because the teacher hates him. Yo, that teacher's a B, man. She's terrible. That's my favorite. You're right. It's my fault. Listen, if I wanted to stick around and get blamed for your stuff, I would just hang out with my teenager. Literally, it was my fault today. I didn't do something, and it was still my fault. It was beautiful. Like I think my husband was talking to Pete and was saying like, don't forget to take out the trash. I walk in the room. He's like, Mom, it's all your fault. I was like, whew, evidently it was my fault. I'm used to it, so bring me a better game, right? This one, what? I just do the homework, my grade will improve? Yeah, this one too. Is there anything to improve my grade? Yeah, build a time machine. Go back and do better. Listen, to me, the worst regret in life is regret, so don't do it. Okay, don't be a meme. I feel like a walking meme, so I'm trying not to that. When I say don't be a meme, I'm saying it to myself too. Cool. Any questions so far? Okay, so let's look at, I closed the window, so we're stopped sharing, but let's go back to Canvas. Can you guys see it right now? What can you guys see?
No, nothing. Just your face. My favorite.
That's true.
It's so weird. It's so weird. Like, wait a minute, you gonna see my face? By the way, there's a teeny tiny button that says like improve your appearance. Oh, you bet. I clicked that one. I was like, oh, my little wrinkles. Like, I was like, stop it. Let's do this. I want to show you. Let's do this. I want to show you the syllabus, like the one that I keep showing you like this. It does have kind of like that little colorful calendar that I have on the back. I think it's helpful. Let's see. Let me open it up first. Oh my God. Because I'm recording it, it's not letting me like do certain things like move stuff around. So let me open this up. Okay, so any questions so far? First week, we're just getting our feet wet. We have policies and procedures. Everything you just have to do is read, click next. It'll take you to the end. I'll show you the discussion board at the end. Discussion board, scavenger hunt, and survey. That's it by Sunday. That's it.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's by Sunday. So even though there's like a Wednesday little nudge, everything's due by Sunday. Trust me, I can sometimes get in there on Wednesdays to like look if everybody's done it. the computer gives me, there's like two little catch-alls. Like the computer will tell me, yes, this person posted by Wednesday. And then if I put like a parameter on there, like you have to reply to 5 people. If I do that, then it won't even pop your grade up until you've done the 5. Do you follow what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, it's one due date, but it's like 2 little rules that have to meet up for it to actually show up in the grade sheet. So on Wednesday, it'll show me if people have clicked in, right? Make sense? But I don't like hound you guys. We're adults, right? All right, so we did all this policy and procedure. Now let's talk about our weekly activities. I'll make this bigger and then I'll share it because I don't think you guys can see it yet. Hold on. Hold on. Oh man, I gotta make it big. Then I gotta do this. Then I gotta do this. Okay, good. All right. So every week chapter outline. And when I say every week, it's 1 chapter for 2 weeks. So the chapter outline, I'm pretty open about that. Some of you are gonna go nuts on an outline and get super detailed, and some of you are gonna like doodle. Like sometimes when I'm in a meeting and I can't really pay attention, I will doodle. So I've taken notes like white pen in a black book in a doodle. Just, it helps my mind sometimes. Because I found out for me, and we'll talk about the discussion board, you're going to do some self-exploration activities, but I found out for me that if I'm too linear, like this outline is very linear. It's not very creative. It's not very like creative. If I'm in this linear world too much, I have to go nut. I have to get creative and come back. So I do art projects and whatnot. So yeah, that's why I can't even tell you like the art I have in here that you can't see. Like it's crazy. Maybe I'll give you a tour sometime. Okay, so what I'm saying to you is that in every time we have an outline assigned, it doesn't have to be a super crazy linear outline. Let's see if I have one to show you. No, I don't have one to show you quite yet. But like, if you want to do Roman numerals, that's cool. If you want to do bullets, great. If you don't want to do puffy glitter pen, do that and take a picture and upload it. However you want to make it work for you. Because there's no way that your brain is going to learn this the same way somebody else's brain is going to learn this. Come to the material your way. And I'm really hoping that professors start to get this. It's kind of like the new little wave of people going, wait a minute, biochem is biochem. And yes, it is. This answer is clearly this, but can you come to it in different ways? Yes, you can. So I'm trying to honor you guys and your differences because life is all differences. Second thing, every week or every chapter, I guess I should say this class, or every module, is this discussion board, but I put it as an activity board. I'm going to assign you things to go do and come back and report, right? Sometimes it's going to be like find a video or find something and report back, or something's going to like go out in your world and find it and come back, right? Or do something like artistic and show what you got. I'm not going to force you guys to do things, but I really want you guys to understand, number one, the discussions that would happen normally in a class that you were sitting face to face, we can kind of replicate. We can kind of do it. We can kind of do it. And then at the end of the unit, or excuse me, at the end of the chapter module, I'm looking for this personal learning journal. Like, how did the material connect to you? So, for example, chapter 1 is called Caregivers, Who Are They? Okay. Well, you could just reiterate everything in the chapter and give me an outline and say, well, I learned this about caregivers and I learned that about caregivers. No, but how does it connect to you? Right? So that's what I'm looking for. Including that deep dive, I usually put a lot of resources in each module, but people are blowing them off. And I really want you guys to pick. If I give you options, pick one. If I don't give you options, you go find one, right? Go find me an article. Go find me a website. Go find me an agency. Go find me a movement. Go find me a Insta like hashtag. Tell me about caregivers, how it applies to you, and what more you want to learn about that. Go out and find that. Share that. And in the journal piece is just between you and me, but it'll show me what you're really like, what you're interested in, what your skills are. And that's going to help me kind of strategically help you place yourself in the group for the group project. Right? Assignments, I kind of did similar things and different things. So first of all, the project-based learning is one full semester of one project. Everything that you do in this class, you're going to end up putting it in a portfolio. Portfolium is now owned by Canvas. And so you can put every class, every assignment, and put it in kind of like a LinkedIn account almost, or like a kind of like a Facebook account.
Are
And I
we
know that,
able to do like a hard copy, like a binder?
you know what? You can download it. You can download it as a PDF, which is great because I know that still in the credential program, my friend just finished her at Cal State Fullerton like 3 years ago. They still want like a binder, and it's like cringe, but maybe not now because we're all virtual, right? Or maybe Cal State Fullerton is going back to, I don't know.
So once you upload it as a PDF, where do you put it?
No, you're going to show me at the end of the semester, you're going to give me your portfolio link.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
As
that's
in
it.
the portfolio is like a website?
Yep. It's more like, you guys are too young. You guys are too young for this. If I said MySpace, do you guys know what I'm talking about?
It's that early social media.
Yeah, it's like 90s, like 90s. It's kind of like, so like Facebook, Facebook started as a dating app, right? But it's kind of like literally a portfolio of you. It's going to be your work for this class, but you can use it for other classes as well. And I tell you what, right now, more than ever, we need to understand what people have learned and where they learned it from. So in LinkedIn, it's very similar to Portfolium, and but like Portfolium is kind of like the next step towards that. So in LinkedIn, they have a portfolio piece. So if I said I worked at Irvine Valley College, you bet your butt I put a PowerPoint that I created for IVC there, or an event that I hosted or whatever. And same with OCC and Harbor City and all this, like all these different things that I've done. I put a flyer, I put a PowerPoint, I put a here's my syllabus. And when I applied for this job, it said, do you want to apply through EdJoin using your LinkedIn account? And boom, yes, populated everything. And my resume has my LinkedIn so people can go find it. How do you think I got this job? Yeah. So I'm really trying to look at not just what's in the class, but your career, right? Why not plan for it now? Why not start for it now? And again, you don't have to have a clear view of what your career is going to look like because most people are not on plan A. I'm certainly not on plan A. My first major when I started college was Bachelor of Fine Arts Performance. Yeah, I like music. I'm a decent musician, but that's not a career choice. That's a hobby. I mean, it is, but there's people who are like, yes, you go do that, and I'll go do something else.
Hi, I have a question.
Yes, jump in, Shauna.
Okay, so for the portfolio, are we adding everything that we do as we do it starting this week, or is it more?
Don't worry about it. Don't like freak out about it because it sounds like you're a person who's like worried about all of it. So I will do like an intro session on Portfolium. I will do a walkthrough on it. I will say, this is what I'm looking for. I'm creating one so you guys can see it as a template.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and
then we'll probably do like another call on it.
I can do another call, or I can record a separate video and just post a video. As long as I have a closed caption, I can post a video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So here's the thing. So think of Portfolium as almost like a Facebook page.
Okay.
You put stuff on there. Yeah. Like it's like uploading. You want to upload this video? Then choose. I mean, that file. Then choose that file. You want to put that picture? Then choose that picture. It's like it's really user friendly. It really is kind of like almost like your Canvas dashboard.
Okay.
It has like a header. You can choose the colors. Then it's your name.
So I can go in now and create the account, and then I'll just surf
if
around.
that makes you feel better. That's why I put that
I'll
link.
wait for you.
That's why I put that link right there. Go poke around.
Perfect. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, it really is kind of silly easy.
Okay, thanks.
I'm just trying to get you guys thinking about the scope of your education as a whole, right? And it's not just this class, but this class is one piece of the puzzle. Think about it. Like right now, I have one box in the garage that is like for like my bachelor's degree, and another box for my master's degree. Can we skip that and make it digital? Yeah, we can. I mean, my stuff is like semi-old school. I mean, although I did graduate college like 20 years ago. It's crazy to even say that. So it's one of those things, instead of saying like, oh, I remember that one class that I took. Yeah, where it's all going to be in one spot. Yeah. So we're trying to, again, for child development majors and for ed majors, we are trying to use this as an actual tool, but there's no better place to start or no better time to start it. So even though you guys are taking 120, my 107 students are going to do this too. And if they end up being an ed teacher or, you know, an ECE teacher, great, it's already started. So once you take 107, then you can put 110 in there and 205 and 120 and 116 and 108. It's all in one spot. And it's downloadable. You can take it anywhere. Yeah. Yeah. I'm really trying to look at the bigger picture here. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So poke around, you guys. That's why I put it there. Portfolio. It's actually kind of silly easy. Kind of silly easy. It's way easier to learn than even Canvas. It's really just like almost like a photo album of your stuff. Yeah. Assessments is the same thing as tests. I give quizzes and exams. In this in this class, like in 107, we had 5 units. In this class, we have 3. So we're gonna have 3 exams, 7 quizzes. It's like, again, we're gonna go down the rabbit hole. Down the rabbit hole. Yeah. Smaller book, but we're gonna make it super meaningful. Okay, and extra credit's there, big deal. So grading, we talked about this. I'll make it a little bit, so there we go. There's our units, 1, 2, 3. So we have chapters 1, 2, 3. And unit 1, unit 2 is 4 and 5. Unit 3 is 6 and 7. So consider these your weeks. Here's week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Last week, we're going to do our presentations. Yeah, that's it. So here's our assignments. We're going to do kind of our project, kind of like talk about it, brainstorm, get some ideas down on paper. Everybody's going to kind of like pick a role and see what they can do with it. We're going to kind of put that, formalize that. The next one is we're going to do a PSA, which is like, hey, this is an issue of what affects kids in this age group. It could be asthma, it could be learning disabilities, it could be bullying, it could be, I don't know, you name it. What do you think is important? And do a little PSA. Now you can do a 5-slide PSA. You can do an actual, like if you're going to do, this is our little child development folder, you can actually make one of these, like an art one. The medium is up to you, but how would you share information that you think people need to know? Thinking of a public service announcement. Again, another project check-in. Oh, back here we're going to do a movie analysis. Find a movie with this age group, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to apply what we learned in chapters 1, 2, 3 to the movie. Not hard at all. And then
Are you going to be showing us a movie, or do we watch it on our own?
You pick it, you watch it, you analyze it.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, what's a good movie that has kids that not as the main character, but maybe ages 5 to 8?
Wonder.
Perfect.
Dang it, that was mine.
That's such a good movie, though.
Right. So he was like maybe 8 in that movie. He was in there.
Adorable too.
Adorable, right? So and that obviously they're talking about special needs in that movie, but there's other movies. Like, I mean, I just don't want to like have everybody do Wonder, but Wonder's good. Something anything. You know what comes to my mind is I Am Sam. It's a man with intellectual disability as a child. So we could talk about that. It doesn't have to be special needs, but anything that has to do with like, you know, school age kids. And we'll talk about it. I'll give you guys some ideas and we'll look it up and we'll figure it out. I'm going to make it good. Yeah. I'm not going to show it because I mean, you guys can watch a movie. I'm sure you can. Right? And then at the end, we're going to have the portfolio and then the class project all put together. Yeah. So it's not a lot, but it's going to be good. I know we can do it.
Are there any essays to complete?
Well, when you do a movie analysis, you're going to watch the movies and you're going to type it up. You're going to give me I haven't decided the exact format, but I'm always looking for MLA, like, you know, double space, 12-point
Right.
font.
And then is it only one movie analysis or multiple? Oh, awesome. Cool.
I'm not here to like murder anybody. Like this, we don't have to do too much, but at the same time, I want to see how deep you can go. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. Let's see, what else do we have? Okay, so that's pretty much it. But again, it's not a lot, but we're going to go down the rabbit hole a little bit. Same grading breakdown. Here's the actual little grid. And this will show up on your calendar feature in Canvas, like under the syllabus or on the navigation pane, or maybe I should say this, on the navigation pane, there's a little calendar, and I'll go back to it and show it to you. Everything that's due, this is a visual representation of that calendar. So let's do this. I like to color code. So let's do the first week nice and green. We'll do green. So this week, again, we're just getting prepped, and I'll go back and show you the discussion board and the quiz and the survey. It's super easy. And I put here, due by Sunday, 8 o'clock. Again, you could finish all of it tomorrow. It's up to you, right? Then look at, for the next 2 weeks, we're going to be on chapter 1. So we introduced chapter 1. I'll have outlines. Not outlines. I'll have not quite a lecture, but kind of a lecture for you. There's an updated format that the state of California is looking for, and it doesn't include PowerPoints, which is fine because I'm not like 100% in love with PowerPoint because I love Prezi. So I'm trying to look at how I can present this in the future tense of this class instead of like the old way. So still developing that. And then they have this thing where it's like, okay, can you just put the information? So what they're looking at in the state of California is how to make Canvas more mobile friendly, because not every mobile device can read PowerPoint. That's really the bottom line. So can I take the information that I want to share and put it in a page? You know, that one page with my policy that was like massive? That's what they want.
And then for the lecture, are you just going to like post a video of yourself talking?
That's what I'm saying. They want the lecture in this massive long format. And I can do that. And all I have to do is record myself reading it. I just think that's a kind of like, do you need me reading at you? I don't know. It's a weird kind of situation. But I want to make sure that you guys get a version of me, because I think it's not me. I just think having like a weird dynamic cheerleader talking about it does help a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I know like Destiny wants it, so.
Will the lectures be posted every Monday?
I'm trying to do that every Monday, but if you look at here, this chapter 1, it goes over 2 weeks, so I would post it here on the 31st.
Okay.
And the 7th be off. So I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to present it, but what's the best way to present it so I don't have to redo it like next year. You know what I'm saying? I want to do it in like this like forward format to where it covers all the bases of like helps everybody, and I don't have to redo it next year, right? Right. So I'm still dancing around it. Plus the chapters are kind of small, so I could do it in that one long format that they're asking for, and then record myself doing that. I haven't quite decided because my typical way that I set things up is that I write an outline that helps me, my brain kind of organizes it there. Then I kind of literally screenshot the pictures, put it into the outline. Then I create a PowerPoint or a Prezi, and then I add in videos. That's my method. I think that's the most inclusive way. But at the same time, if I post a video, I have to have a closed caption. I have to make sure that that is doable. And I do have, and this is for everybody, I use Screencast-O-Matic. That actually kind of works. And if you link your YouTube channel, it will close caption it for me. So, but the closed captions, you know, YouTube closed captions are a little, but if it's done and done poorly, it's still compliant with 88. But I just don't want somebody to try to like read my words and like, it's that bad. So I'm kind of in between, but put it this way, I'll have something for you that's pretty good because I push myself pretty hard. So we have 2 weeks, okay, for each chapter, and the chapters, again, only like 15 pages. So I'm looking for that deep dive. And when I mean deep dive, it's like look ahead to that journal, a journal piece, okay? Because that's something I want you to be thinking about as you go through. And we'll talk about that a little bit more. But again, I kept the quizzes on Friday. You can do these quizzes ahead of time. I give you 2 chances. You may use your book, and you have 30 minutes to do it. Quizzes are just like this momentum building situation. Good? So again, if you look here, I'll make this one a color. I'll make it green, but I want it to be like, maybe not that green. There we go. So this is unit 1. Oops, sorry, let's not do that. Let's not erase all of that. There we go, let's go back. So unit 1 is 3 chapters. Okay, but if you look right here, let me find my annotation, little guy again, my spotlight. Here's my spotlight. Let me give you the arrow this time. Boop, arrow. So if you look here, you're gonna start each week with read the chapter, whatever I give you as a lecture, that'll be on there. Work on your outline and have your outline due. I put the due date here, but it could be turned in here or here. Depends on you. I know you guys have work and family and whatnot, right? But start your discussion board post. Start it. Again, it could start here or there. It's not the end of the world, right? I could have actually put it way down here on Sunday, but giving you that much time to mill over 15 pages, no big deal.
For the discussion board post, you post like the topic, right? And we
Yeah, I give you guys a guideline of what I want you to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we respond to 5 people?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. And I'm going to push you on the responses instead of like, oh my gosh, that was so great. Great job. High fives. Blah, blah, blah. No, I want like a Socratic discussion. Like the yes and the I want to add to what you said, or no, I don't understand what you said, or and that's in there as well. Okay, because here's the thing, if you guys were sitting at a table in my class, would you just be like, okay, good job? You'd be like, no, that was really cool. That made more sense to me, or like, I still don't get that, right? So that's what I'm looking for, that Socratic debate, and I give you guidelines in there, and I'll talk more about that. I might even give you a video on what a Socratic debate is, right? It doesn't have to be a crazy debate, but I want a little bit more deeper than, oh, I totally liked your post. Great. Did you give it like a heart on Instagram too? Things. Stop. It's college. We can do a little bit more. Because think about it, if somebody's going down this deep dive, they're going down this pathway of learning, you may join them there. You may add something to it. You may deepen it. You may, like, I'm telling you, listen, this is going to sound really weird. Have you ever been like watching your favorite movie, but not really watching it? Like you're folding laundry or you're listening to it and then you hear something completely different you've never heard before? Like, I never heard them say that.
I do that every day.
Yeah, right? So this is the same thing. It's almost like a discussion board can kind of take you off in a direction that you never thought it would apply, but then it does. I'm telling you, I just got like, the same thing started happening to me. I got like $20 like earbuds, right? And I'm listening to music while I'm typing. By the way, like 80s music makes me type really fast. I don't know why. But I'm hearing music differently. It's really odd. Like, I think, you know, you listen to Prince and you think you know the lyrics, and then you listen to him with the earbuds and you're like, oh my God, he said that. Oh, I get it. Right? So it's the same thing. The discussion boards can really take you in a place that you didn't expect if you are being more mindful of adding to it, building on it, instead of just being like, thumbs up, girlfriend. You can do that on Insta or TikTok or whatnot. It's not none. We have more to do. We have more to do. We can do this. And I've really opened the format to we have kids. If I told you, like, if you can get 30 minutes on this class a day, you're going to like really build something great. And think about it this way. What I didn't put in these blank areas is portfolio or project or movie or PSA, right? You have all this open time to do it, right? I want to give you guys the autonomy because I am not you. I'm not your brain, and thankfully, this is a crazy, mad world. So I'm basically giving you guys a open time to work on your stuff. Yeah, cool. So let me keep going down here, as it probably won't let me. Let's take out my annotation. Okay, cool. So now I can scroll down, yay. So then after this dark bar, like right at the end of this one, we'll have exam 1. I used to put exam 1s after the unit, but this unit, you can do an exam 1. So again, 50 points, and it's like 10 true false, 10 multiple choice, 10 fill in, 10 points for an essay, and a 5 extra credit essay, which I usually kind of show a video and you comment. A lot of people don't do the extra credit and then later ask me for it, so just do it. right? So again, look, all the assignments would be due on Saturdays, but again, these are target dates. So if you're working on the movie analysis and you happen to be in a rolling blackout and you can't finish that until the following Wednesday, I think you're gonna be okay. Just give me something good. And the due date is more of a target date. Good? So the next unit, what color should I pick? Not green?
Pink.
Yay, pink. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, good. Let's get pink. I'm going to highlight it again. And what I look at, now that I'm looking at it, I want to be aware of the holidays that we have here. Let's do pink. Is this a good pink? Yeah, it's a pink. So again, I said that we have a holiday on 9/7, which is going to show up here. But since we don't have class on Monday, I didn't put it there. On 11/11, we have one on this Wednesday right here. So let me do this. 11, so this would be 9, 10, 11. That's correct. I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to make this kind of dark gray if it's a holiday. See, we're like co-creating. Let's move this guy over. So anything that's supposed to be due that day, I'm actually going to put it on. Let's do this one. Nope. Hold on. Again, computer, you do what I say, not the other way around. We're going to take that out of there. We're going to put it there. And then this one we're going to take off the check mark, and we're going to say Veterans Day, campus closed. Good. Right. So anything that's due that day, it just goes the following day. And again, with target dates, it's not the end of the world. But this does give me like FYI to change the due date in Canvas. And then the last one is 11/20 here, 29, 9/30. I think it's here. White 23, 24, 25. This one. It's right here. Yeah, so Thanksgiving break, I did put it here. So I will give you, like, I'll just take off all this right here. Like, don't turn anything in at all. Let me actually merge those cells too. So it's like not a dangling participle. That drives me crazy. Oh, and then we're not doing that. We're going to do this, and then we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. Take the time. Don't work on clock. If you want to, that's great, but nobody's ever like bored on Thanksgiving. We always have way too much stuff to do. And then at the end of the class, when Canvas closes down, I cannot change that. So there's this thing where, like, last semester I had somebody like Canvas was done, like the class was done like on a Saturday, and somebody was trying to turn stuff in on Tuesday. Like, stop it, right? So yeah, this is it. This is our class. I'm trying to make, there we go. What's our last unit color going to be? We did green, we did pink.
Blue.
Blue, nice.
Yeah,
Blue.
blue.
No, I'll do the nice turquoise blue. Isn't that pretty? It's a robin's egg blue. So, and I will save this. Now that I have some changes in there, I will save it and I will update it. And then again, like, colors aren't everything, but sometimes they are. I'm gonna go with that, right? And then this last week, there's no book work done, but we are presenting, we're wrapping it up, right? And I'll make this one like purple. Cool. Nice. This is it. So again, you don't have to print out this, but it's kind of like, for those of you who like it in your hand, or do like a screenshot of this and that, and this will match the Canvas syllabus due dates. I literally go through it and check it off as I like move the dates around. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. This is your class. That blue is really pretty. That is your class. Saving it and spell checking it right here. Boom. Okay, good. Let's do that. Okay, any questions on the schedule? Has it crossed your mind this class will be kind of easy? Well, then I'm going to ask you to push yourself, because this will be fun. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. Okay, so it's 8:42. I'm going to take us back to Canvas. And then in Canvas, I'm going to talk about the discussion board and the quiz and the survey. And we're good to go. Any questions so far? See, you guys got this. You guys got this. Let's share back to no, not that one. Where's my Canvas? There we go. Share back in Canvas. Yay. Okay, and what to do, what not to do, I'll post those. I showed them to you, but I'll post those. I just left them there as a thing. So let's go to, again, in the module, it lists out the 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, and then, hold on, and then we get into 4. 4, what I missed here was, we did how to do wellness course. Title IX is the anti-discrimination policy. It should be anti-discrimination policy. And there's 3 videos in there to watch. They're fantastic. One of them is like kind of serious. It's about, you know, if you are being discriminated against for any reason, for any protected group status, whether it's gender or class or, listen, domestic violence is high on the hog right now. Child abuse, everything. So if you are getting mistreated because everyone's just like up to here with COVID, please reach out to me and we'll talk. But I also put in there like 2 fun videos that have to do with consent. One's T consent and the other one's T consent for kids. And it talks about body autonomy and how to say no and how to maintain your boundaries. It's kind of fun. But so those are great. Watch those. Number 3, 3.3 is we have the best counselor and job placement worker, right? Like dedicated to our division. And I've been working with Amanda, she all summer, because she's also a teacher. She's a counselor for us, but she's a teacher at IVC, and she's got a background like me. And we've been working all summer about how to make our academic advisement better, because I've heard from many of you, some of you in this class, that the counselors are terrible, and I am done with that business. I am done with that business. I'm done with people telling the wrong information and saying, like, this is the wrong class or that's the right class. Quite frankly, I'm new. People don't know how rad I am. I'm sorry. I don't really ever talk about myself like that, but you come take my classes, things get pretty rad. Yeah? In about 10 more minutes, but if you interrupt me one more time, the answer is no. Oh, well, then go watch some TV with him. Congratulations. Is your room put back together? You hear that? Ignored me when I placed a demand. He's like, pew, cartoon swirls, pew. Oh, I have to do something, pew. He takes teenagerness to like perfection. He's got pimples and a mohawk and body odor. It's like, could you be any more 13? Anyways, so irritated with the counselors. So I've been working with we have counselors dedicated just for us, for child development and business and things like that. So we're making things happen. We're streamlining the pathways process. We're trying to get people in the best classes in the shortest amount of time, but at the same time, I'm not pushing you guys because I think community college is a time for exploration. I took 3 years at a community college, and gee, I think I turned out okay. So please, if you ever have an issue with counselor, talk with me. That 3.3 is an actual video. It's really cool. So please watch that. So 4.0 is the introduction discussion activity board. Now, I'm asking for the first time for a video, for you guys to video yourselves. Now, I know not everybody's comfortable with that. If you are not comfortable with your face on a video, then give me a PowerPoint or Google Slides with your voiceover. That works for me. I'm trying to push you guys a little bit outside your comfort zone, but at the same time, you have got to step into your, for lack of a better term, step into your power. If you are going to be a teacher or you're going to work with kids, they will smell fear on you. They will run up one side of you, run down the other side of you, and run off skipping and giggling, and you're just like, bleh. You need to, like, the technology is a way to say, this is who I am, this is the teacher I want to be, this is why I'm taking this class, this is what I want. And if you don't want to do it with your face, I'm cool with that. I'm respectful of people's like shyness. I think introverts have a place in the world. I think we rule the place. That's cool. That's just my bias, right? But you've got to be able to step up the tech a little bit. Okay, we're getting a little bit further down our educational pipeline. So again, here's some links of things I want you to make sure that if you missed those in the policies, you did watch those, or read how to do a good profile picture. And then instructions, read through all the instructions, read all this stuff, and then go do it. Now, some people read through this and said, okay, well, I'm just going to answer this stuff, just like a normal discussion board, and then add a video. And you can do that too. I think that's great. For me, I'm actually going to put one together so you can see what it looks like, and I'm going to answer all of it and then use it as a script and then have a video in there. I'm going to try the studio feature. So again, what is your major? What do you want to be when you grow up? Again, I just barely clicked in and I'm almost 50. What is your career? I'm sorry, what career do you want? Why did you choose this class? Not because I had to, right? What are you hoping to get from it? What's your schedule? So now I'm not trying to be overly personal because I had somebody last semester like, you can't look at my personal calendar. I was like, not asking for that. But if you want to make like this is a Word document of my calendar. This is my schedule. That includes my kid on there, right? And yes, it does include a Wednesday protected time for yoga. And there's no joke on my yoga. No joke. Because listen, your number one lesson that you need to learn as a future teacher is self-care equals sustainability. If you can't manage your own self-care, you're not going to make it in this job. Not at all. So if you can't carve out one thing for you for a week, you're going to crash and burn. It should be like little things every single day, or else you're going to crash and burn. Trust me, I made a chiropractor appointment today. She opened, I was like, I'm on your schedule. Yeah, like no joke. And it's 2 weeks away, but I'm like giddy. See a chiropractor, are you kidding me? Can't wait till massage opens up. I don't care if I have to wear a hazmat suit to get a massage. I'm getting one. So tell me your schedule. I don't care if you just write it down on a Post-it. I am really just looking to see that if you have time to actually do this class. Now, again, this class looks cool.
I already submitted my video and everything, and
cool.
I kind of just like was sitting here and I was like, this is my desk. And then for my schedule, I just told you what other classes I was
That's
taking.
fine. I just want to make sure that like if you're working, you actually have time to do your stuff. Yeah? Okay, cool. Yeah, because some people are like, I have 7 jobs, I have 4 kids, and it's like, I get it. I got the hustle down. I used to drive for Lyft up until last summer, I'm telling you. Yeah, professor driving for Lyft. No joke, was the best. And yes, did I have students from our program in there? Yes, sure, you betcha I did. So I understand hustle, but here's the thing. If you don't have the time to do this class, then we got to talk about cutting back a little bit. And again, with that self-care piece. Yeah, so it's not the end of the world. Yeah, just throw it in there. Can I ask you, Kylie, what did you do to do your video? Did you use the one on the submit button and just did it right in Canvas?
Yeah, I did, because I had no idea how to like upload it to the computer, and then it like for submitting it, you have to like, once it's like in the record, there's like 2 tabs at the top and then one submit, and then you kind of have to mess around with it because I didn't want to lose the video.
Okay, yeah, it's a little tricky. So you use the one when it said submit assignment, you use the little button inside there?
Yeah, like when you push reply or something, there's like an option to record there, like with all the buttons at the
good.
top.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, you have the option right there. You didn't use the studio on the side?
No.
No, that's okay. I just wanted to see who's doing what. So that's great because a lot of people are like, well, I did it with like iMovie. And it's like, well, that's cool. I think I can do .mov. I think I put that on there.
Yeah.
But then somebody's like, well, I don't know how to do that. And I was like, but listen, I don't know how to do that. So it's not that I'm telling you that something wrong. You have to do it in a way that you can actually do it. And that's why they added the studio and then the little thing in Canvas. So you guys make it easy for yourself. I'm not asking you to like, produce like a documentary. Just roll it off the tongue. Cool. Now what I skipped over a little bit was this Personality Max survey. So if by chance you posted all this stuff, but you missed the Personality Max, this is the one I used to do in my other classes where I used to have to do 3 separate ones. This one does it all together. You answer just one list of questions and it puts it all together for you. I was like, brilliant. And by the way, if you print out the report, it's like 25 pages and it's pretty accurate. I gave mine like a 95 for accuracy. Yeah. So what's your major? What's your career? Why did you choose a class? What's your schedule? Where do you study? Now, trust me, I had people trying to upload like Pottery Barn pictures and be like, this is my desk. I call shenanigans. Stop it.
I'm actually looking at the thing right now.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like that report's pretty legit, huh? It's
I know, I'm actually surprised about some of it.
It does break down, because what I would do is I used to have like, take the MBTI, and then I would talk about the MBTI and show all the different breakdowns and stuff like that. This one has it all in there. Like if you're an NF or an NT, whatever, it tells you these are the careers, these are the celebrities, these are like, while you're thinking, like, it's really cool. It does a lot of really cool stuff in there. Yeah, and it adds brain hemispheres, which is nice, which is like a nice little piece in there. And again, it's free. They don't even ask for your email. So it's like, it's the least amount of work for the biggest bang. I'm super love it, right? And then, so again, here's your personality report. You can just kind of read through it and just be like, hey, this is what it said. I kind of agree, right down here. I don't agree. I don't know what it means. Like, this is crazy, or I read this, or I think this is spot on. This is not spot on. It got, like, for me, like, again, and I take this test kind of a lot just to make sure I'm, you know, still the same person, I guess. I don't know. But it's pretty accurate. It was nice. Right, and again, so here's the thing. You'll get a 4-letter result for your personality type. That doesn't change, right? But multiple intelligences, that means, like, what are you naturally good at? So for me, I'm a little bit divergent. I have, like, many that are very, very close. So I just kind of talked about the top 2. Like, when I do that, when I talk about these, I talk about the top 2. And then learning styles, which way you learn. I knew I'm a visual learner, but my secondary is auditory, and my third is, if I still don't get it, I have to get it in my body. People have it like that. That's cool. And then brain hemispheres. I would naturally say that I'm a left brain person, but I told you that I really gravitate towards art and creativity. And I can tell you this summer, I was pushing for the more art. So that was the only place in my report that was a little bit different than I expected. Mine came out as right brain, but only slightly right brain. And I was like, well, that's because I think I've been gardening and doing some funky art stuff. Yeah, because I've been forcing that side instead of it's being all left brainy, like linear and analytical. And I'm naturally there, but I try to be in the middle. So that's where I think it was really, really, so again, you could say, like, oh, this is total BS, or I learned about this in psychology class, or I took this in high school career exploration. I agree, I disagree. What did you learn about yourself? Anything new? Now, this is where, for the introduction this first week, I am not looking for a debate. I'm not looking for a Socratic debate. I'm looking for, like, hey, this is cool. Like, we have something in common, or I remember you from that other class, or yeah, I totally want to go to that school too, or something connect. That's why I kind of say 5 people. In this class, I'm going to push you guys. Yeah? Pretty straightforward, but I'm trying to streamline. You guys see the difference for those who took me before? I'm trying to, like, streamline it. I actually literally last semester, I started a 110 class at the 8-week mark. I made them do 3 discussion boards in the first week because I separated it out. I'm insane. I'm not doing that anymore. So again, this is worth 30 points, the same as 3 quizzes. So rock it. Yeah, cool. So after this one's done, so yeah, when you hit reply, you'll see those options in there. And I think the record thing looks like a little circle. So just start playing with it. Go nuts. Then you hit next, and you're going to get the scavenger hunt quiz. So I did this to make you guys, because I kind of read through this stuff, but again, my philosophy of reading at you doesn't mean that you understood it. So hearing it for the first time, and maybe you looked at Canvas before the class started, and you, like, looked at all that stuff, you're like, Lord, this lady's crazy. So you read it a little bit, even skimmed it, heard me talk about it, you heard a little bit more of it, like maybe 5%, 10%. Now you're going to have to go jump in and figure out, what is she talking about? So some of the questions are, what's the minimum grade in this class to get an A? I'm not telling you. You gotta go find it. Yeah. Or where did I get my degrees? I'm not telling you. You gotta go find it.
Yeah, and I took it today. Once I was in it, I had to keep going back and forth.
Right. Okay. So the good thing is that it's unlimited time to take it.
It took me like 45 minutes, and then I still missed like 10. So like, and it gives you all the correct answers after. So I was like, is it okay to, like, write them down and then use it to, okay, because it took me,
because what you did is you literally layered the information into your brain. Like, so every time you had to go back, you kind of, like, knew, first of all, you had to navigate, and your navigation got quicker. Mm-hmm. You knew where to find it. You knew to stop and maybe actually, like, it's this weird kind of activity, like, it's kind of like jumping jacks. Nobody likes doing them, but they are actually really good for you.
I was just making sure it's okay, because, like, all the answers popped up, and I was like, well, she just gave us all the answers after, so
yeah, and that's fine. I mean, the thing is like, it's not, why does it have to be right versus right now? Oh my God, he's gonna kill me. Okay, so hold on one sec. He's gonna come. So do the scavenger hunt. You can. It says question 11, but it is 25 points. 11, and then after this, go here, and it's just a survey. This is more of a checklist. Did you get your book? Did you update your profile picture? Did you change your settings? hold on. This one is not graded, but again, unlimited time. Take it as many times as you want. It's literally like if you didn't do the thing, just go back and go do it. Do you follow what I'm saying? Yeah. And again, when it comes to, I know the book information, I will give you like, I'll put it in an announcement and put it in here somewhere about more about the book, but it's actually, the book is actually right in here in syllabus. The book is actually in the syllabus, but I'll see if I can find a link for you. You don't have to have, see the book is right there, book information. You don't have to have a hard copy if you want to rent it, if you want to get an electronic copy, if you want to get a loose leaf copy, I don't care. But again, it is a book for 120A and B, and I think it's important to have. So again, the syllabus right here also gives you the calendar on the side, tells you what to do. If you scroll all the way down, this is everything that's due this week. And anything where it says to do is just read it. But at the end, and it looks like an actual assignment, then that's an assignment. Make sense? You guys got this. You guys got it. I'm going to open it up for questions, and then I'm going to let the monster in, the boy in. Not yet. Not yet. You have 1 more minute. He doesn't know time very well, so you guys can ask as many questions as you want.
Can we do a recording of a Zoom for our discussion board?
Recording of a Zoom or discussion board. Ooh, I think that might disclude people. Because if you're discussing something on a Zoom, you're discussing it with one person or maybe a couple of people, but that's not everybody. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? We're going to have like open Zoom meetings for you guys to talk about the project, but that's not exactly a discussion board. Are you trying to make it more like audio discussion, Melissa? Like a real discussion?
No, just to talk about our results and like our major.
So that particular one, that very first discussion board, yeah, I want a video.
And is that video included in the studio portion of Canvas? What
Kylie just said is that when you hit reply, at the top of that reply, there is an option. It looks like a little round circle with a dot, and that's record your video. That's always been there. But you can try it in studio as well. And then I think studio links in. I just don't see what you guys see. So when you guys have the solution, like Kylie gave you one possible solution, there's other possible solutions. So this very first one, I want a video. Yes. But regular discussion boards, no, we're going to.
So when I hit reply, there's a insert or edit media. Is that where we go?
Yes. You're technically inserting media.
Yeah, right? Or it's like it said something, or it was like make a video. You kind of just have to like scroll your mouse over all the buttons, and it will you'll see it, and then it like pops up to like another page with the camera.
Seriously, Alyssa, you will figure it out. You are a very tenacious person.
Okay, thank you.
Questions? Yes, I think you can, but you only have 1 whole minute, so come on in. Oh, he has to bring the dog too. Hey, can you let her help me?
Hello.
Now, there's not a lot of pictures of people, but I'm going to put it on gallery view in case.
Hi. Hi, Kaylee.
So some of these people you might know, some people are new, so please introduce yourself.
My name is Peyton. I'm 13 years old, and my favorite color is blue. And I like riding my bike. And I got an RC car, but then my mom took it away. And
I sure did.
And then I got a surfboard. My mom took it to Goodwill, which I'm gonna get back.
No, I'm not gonna get it back from Goodwill. So if you guys want a really good surfboard, I dropped it off at the Grand. Goodwill.
It's not a really good surfboard. It's a crappy surfboard.
Excuse me? No. Give me a kiss and go to bed.
No, wait. I would like you guys to introduce yourselves and.
No,
I would like you guys to introduce.
You're not the teacher.
Tell me your name and your grade and your favorite color and if you have any pets.
You can't require anybody that they have to talk.
Can you tell me your name and your pet and your favorite color?
Does anybody have? Let's do it this way.
Hi, I'm Shauna, and I do not have a pet. I only have a pet son who is 11, and my favorite color is green.
Ooh.
You like what?
She likes green.
I love green also.
You have to listen to her. If she's going to say something.
a little puppy.
There's Destiny.
What kind of dog
Oh
is
my
that?
gosh, that's a big puppy.
What kind of dog is it?
He's a Labrador.
Oh my gosh.
How old?
He's like 10. He's getting old.
Aw.
But he's going to be alive forever.
Of course, always.
He's not leaving.
And I see Destiny let her curls out.
Ugh, quarantine.
Quarantine curls, and this humidity is like crazy.
Curlantine. It's called curlantine.
That's
I
hilarious.
haven't done my bangs in forever.
Oh, I know, right? Oh my gosh, seriously. But listen, you guys are you not required to speak, but this is my version of, when we go to the dog park, I say I have a 4-legged one and a 2-legged one.
Mommy, what's that silver box right there?
I'll show you that later. That's one of my little memories.
Oh,
Okay,
I
so
remember.
it's night time. It's 9:03. So what do you do?
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Good night.
Okay, brush your teeth. Put some tea
Good
tree
night.
oil on those pimples.
I want to show you.
Get off. No, I'm almost done. He's done.
I want to show you my new room.
Okay, beat it. Okay.
Shut the light off.
Oh my God. Welcome to my world. Okay, you guys, do you have any more questions? This is Shiloh. Shiloh is obsessed with me.
His mohawk looks good.
You know what? He just got it done and like at the barber across the street from campus, but shush, they're closed. So you just like, I'll give you my stylist number and you like text him and let you in the back door. They wore a mask and whatnot, but it was like, it's proper barber. It's like right next to like the donut shop or the yogurt place or whatever near Chronic. And so, yeah, they're like, face tattoos and whatnot, but he like needs to be with the big dogs and whatnot. So it's all good. Here, come on. Hey, listen, you are not a cat. She's fighting me. She wants to sit on my keyboard. It's like, geez, God, Louise. Okay, good. All right, you guys, any more questions? Because I'm here, like, again, I'm working every day. So fire off some questions like in Canvas, and then I'll be able to do what we can do. And then I'll check it a couple times this week. And if anybody has like a good link on the book, I'll ask the library if they have it or whatnot. I'll try to figure the book situation out. But just remember, the book is not going to withhold you because I'll make sure that the information's in there starting Monday. Good?
So does the bookstore not have the book?
They're supposed to have the book, and I don't know why there's a little blip, but there's been blips, so just be patient. Even in my 107 class, I already know that nobody has a book, so I give them the first outline. So I'll make sure that you guys have the information for chapter 1, like in the lecture. And again, I base everything on what's in here. I don't pull it from here. I figured if you guys are going to get the book, it's going to be in here, and you'll have access to this 24/7.
And then I rented my book from Pathways to Teaching.
Oh, okay. So Pathways has it?
I'm not sure how many they have left.
Okay, good. So you can also contact those. People are using Cranium Cafe for like chat. So reach out to Pathways for that.
And I was able to find the book on Amazon.
Cool. Was it pretty affordable?
I think it was like $50.
Okay, good.
50, 60, but it's going to be in like 2 days. So that's good. 2-3 days.
Totally fine. But again, you need it for 120B, which is great. So for 50 or 60 bucks for 2 classes.
Oh, Daddy, you got a parent a couple days ago.
Go to bed. It's like,
Mommy, who do I know in class?
nobody, because you're going to bed.
Who do I?
Out. Shut the door.
Welcome to my mom's class.
Okay, go.
It lights up, so turn off the light.
Good night. Love you. Sleep fast.
Come on, Mom, we need to talk.
Oh my gosh, they tell you about parenting, like, oh, it brings you the greatest joys. They don't tell you. You're just like, and I know a lot of parents are like really nervous about sending their kids back to school, but he had summer school that was like 3 hours a day with masks, social distancing. Nobody at his school got it. Everybody was super healthy. So it's like, again, where autism, like they can follow rules like crazy. Not all the rules, right? The social rules are gone, but like some of the like particular rules, they're good. His school never missed a beat. They transitioned last semester before we did. His grades went up until he cheated on his final, and then they're ready to go back now. I was like, good night. There's no off switch. They don't tell you that part. Okay, well, I'm going to run. It's after 9:07. I'm going to be respectful of your time, but it was so great seeing you guys, meeting you guys. please, 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 please ask me as many questions as you need. I am here for you. We're going to have fun. We're going to have a great time. Super excited. Okay. Ask me anything, anytime. I will see you guys soon.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.